Hey, this is Eagles and Butterflies.
And this is Coloray, and we're talking music today with Inmo Nxt and Set.
Ray, what's your story?
Well, that's the story to how I got so big, right?
How tall? Yeah, how you got so tall?
Born, they put fucking syringes in my butt, and I was like, okay, now you got superpowers, and you can be a DJ, so that's pretty cool too.
But you still can't make music.
I started making music when I was 18. Started out with making hip-hop beats, ended up in techno and house music. Don't know how that happened, but I guess was by just going to rave parties in Holland. I'm Dutch, so there's a big rave scene going on in the Netherlands, and
Lekker man.
Fucking here, man. Lekker man. What's the story like, man?
Okay, so I used to promote parties when I was a teenager and DJ then. I went to do a music industry management degree. Failed. I think my attendance rate was like 1% for the first couple of years, but I got a job working for one of the DJs at Radio 1. So I was A&R there and worked for the record label. Had some other jobs in between. I worked at DJ Mag and MTV and did a couple of other bits. I was an agent, a really bad one for a few years, and then decided to get into production a little bit more. And lived in Ibiza for 6 years, did some things there, and then lived in LA for 6 years, and then here I am today with you.
Shit, man.
That's it.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Live, life, laugh, love. What is it? So if you didn't become a musician, what would you be doing right now?
Shit. I think music has really helped me get a sort of focus in my life.
Yeah.
I did, however, study graphic design, so probably would be designing at some
You're
firm.
really good at design, yeah.
Thanks, man. So I probably would be designing a lot, and just going to rave parties because I just love dance music.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I've done this since I was kind of 17, 18, so I don't really think I'm any good at anything else. I mean, I got fired from my one and only job working for a big music management company. I think her last words was I was fucking unemployable. So
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be like selling coconuts on the beach or something like that. I don't think.
But that's still something fun you could do.
No, I'd be loving selling coconuts on the beach. I think I'd be quite good at it, you know. So apart from that, I don't think that there's many other talents that lie within me. So I'd probably be selling coconuts on the beach. When you think of Los Angeles, what is it that springs to mind?
So I'm from Berlin, and Berlin's a pretty rough and grey city. And when I think of Los Angeles, it's just super colorful. I mean, the sun is shining all the time. You have the palm trees.
Coloray.
Coloray is everywhere, man. So I think musically, it's also something I really would try to incorporate in a set too. Just try to go something a little bit more colorful than I would do in Berlin. And it's just a very happy city in a way.
So I've been back in Europe for almost a year now, but I lived here for 6 years. So when I think of LA, I mean, I just kind of think before I moved here, I'd be thinking of things like Baywatch or Guns N' Roses or something like that, or that was the kind of the thing, and you know, Malibu and Venice Beach, and probably all of the same things that everyone else is. But it changed for me now, obviously, because this was home for 6 years. So I just kind of think of my old life, waking up, going for a surf, living at the beach, like that kind of stuff. So nothing but happy memories. I absolutely love it. Love this place. It's so good to be back. So yeah.
Nice. So you're pretty much inspired by music from the past, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite 80s song?
Oh, there's no way I could pick one, but I could name about 10. I mean, I love everything from Prince, Madonna, Depeche Mode. I mean, anything kind of synthy and poppy.
Yeah.
I also grew up listening to rock as well, so you know, like anything like Guns N' Roses. I was a big Metallica fan.
Yeah.
Anything that had big hair in it in the 80s, I was a huge fan of. So I recently watched this documentary on Netflix. I think it's called Sunset, and it was all about the Sunset Strip in the 80s. And I was just like, I would have loved to have been here.
Yeah.
In the 80s. So yeah, I'd say probably some, but also stuff like Whitney Houston as well. Anything. I love pop music. I grew up on pop music, so anything 80s and anything pop I absolutely love. Yeah.
I guess it was just a different time too. Like the music was super dramatic and over the top and
absolute cheese fest. And like for me,
cheese fest, man.
We have this conversation all the time about we like kind of different kinds of songs and melodies and stuff, and I'll always go for the cheese, don't I?
Yeah.
I love writing cheesy melodies.
It's lovely though. It's lovely. I like it a lot.
That's the way it is. And how about you? If you pick something from the 80s, what would it be?
I think it would be a very strong German or British focus on it too. So there's this band called the Human League, and the track Seconds is always something really stuck with me. And I guess it's also the reference I used writing Can't Stop, right? Just the vocals.
Well, everyone thought it was Everyone
I thought was
like
the Human League.
Yeah.
It was just me trying to replicate that. But still, I think it would be Human League. Seconds. Pretty solid one.
There we go.
I've worked with you over the last 2 years. I've seen your creative process pretty in depth, but what would you say is your creative process like right now?
For me, I mean, I love working like with hardware, with synths and stuff. So I always allocate. I know a day to day what my mind wants to do. So some days it's writing stuff, some days it's arranging, some days it's working on drums, sometimes it's working on synths. But I think it's so important, the creative process, is to not try and force something. So I'll never wake up and say, okay, let's try and finish all of something today. So I'll write, arrange, do everything else. If I'm doing something on one day, my melodies are really strong this day, so I'll do melodies all day. I'll just record with a bunch of synths. So I've got all the audio, and then I'll chop it up and I'll work on that. And then another day, I'm feeling like I'm in an arrangement mood, and I'll lie on my bed. I never really actually. I spend a lot of time actually lying on my bed making music, because I do it on laptop speakers, and I feel like the creative process is just where you're more comfortable. You know, if I'm in a super big fancy studio or something that's not mine, I find the process very hard. But when I'm lying in my bed and I've got my laptop and my cats around me and stuff, I can work.
Being at ease, right?
Yeah, I can work for 17 hours straight and not kind of, you know, it doesn't. I don't lose kind of where I'm at with stuff. But that's kind of my process.
Yeah.
How about you?
I guess we have the same thing, that we both go pretty wide in the beginning, but my starting point is a little bit different. I use lyrics a lot, so I pull my background of being able to play in bands and being the singer of a band into the music first. So I write a song lyrically, and then I try to arrange stuff around it. So to me, there always should be a core central idea of what I would like to tell, either in words or in melody. And that should be the main focus of a song first.
Yeah.
And then around that, there's a lot of experimentation with hardware, pulling it in the box, trying to work on this laptop, sitting at home or going to a coffee place to just arrange that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I always feel like there should be something I want to tell, or like something I feel like will be memorable in any way. So that I always try to go for that first.
Okay.
Yeah. So then at one point it's just like, I love this song, but it's only version 2, and then I keep working on it for like 3 or 4 months, start hating myself in the process, and then I finally love myself again and have something I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. Hit machine.
You obviously like black and pink. What's your favorite color, man?
My favourite colour. I think I would have to go with my favourite colour. It's a tough one. Depends on the day and the mood. I'll go with red always, though. I have this thing, even in my studio, you've seen my studio, there's always red lights. If I've got, everything is red. If I've got red lights on and red lights and stuff like that, not necessarily red clothing, but
FaceTime you, the whole fucking room is pink.
Red.
Red and pink.
Sky is pink. Sky is red. So I'm going to go with red.
Nice.
And you?
I guess we're kind of opposites, right? Because my favorite color is blue, and that's on the exact opposite of the color spectrum. So you kind of like these warmer tones in music
what
too.
colour did you get if you put them together, though?
Purple.
Alright, bam.
Sprints.
There you go, man.
Purple sprints. Yeah.
So, I'm going to go with red.
Blue.
There you go.